First here at 5 o'clock, a manhunt across Texas after a wanted criminal attacks an elderly couple in their own home. The attack ended with an elderly man tied up and his wife badly beaten. She had to be flown into Austin for medical treatment. She's now listed in fair condition. The home invasion happened on Avon Avenue in Llano around 8:30 this morning. The suspect is still on the run. KXAN's Aaron Cargile live in Llano with tonight's top story. Aaron?
Good evening, Robert. We have spent the day trying to piece together the chain of events that actually started last night with a very short police chase that ended in front of this home. Now, authorities tell us that the suspect was in a white truck that went crashing through this front yard into the carport. One of the white poles has already been repaired just in the last couple of hours, but that truck went crashing into this blue Expedition, pushing the back end to the side, almost hitting that white SUV next to it, and the suspect took off running.
The truck came right through here.
Talk about a close call for Llano McCullough. She says the man police are looking for, 47-year-old Edward Levi Adamson, nearly drove through her house around 9:30 Thursday night.
Oh, I was on a couch right on this wall right here.
The white truck he was driving went crashing into her carport.
The doors were left open. The driver jumped out and ran it and left it running.
And did you ever see the driver?
No.
Llano police couldn't find him either.
So this guy is desperate, and we need to get him off the streets.
Chuck Holmberg, who lives one street over, believes the suspect found a place to hide on his porch.
I just happened to look over here and said, man, there's something wrong. And that's what I found.
He found cushions moved and piled up and a jacket, dirty t-shirt, and flashlight left behind. Items he turned over to police after learning that his neighbors, a couple in their 80s, were the victims of a home invasion.
They're my very dear friend, some of the kindest, most loving people you'll ever find.
Authorities say Adamson attacked and tied up the husband, then badly beat his wife, who managed to call 911. Chuck went over to check on the husband.
He was pretty well shaken up, as you can imagine, and didn't have the presence of mind even to answer some questions from the police. You know, he was somewhat confused and bewildered what had happened.
Now, we have been in contact with friends and family who are over at the couple's home all day long. They are still there comforting him at this time. Authorities do say the entire reason behind this home invasion was that Adamson needed a car because, as we told you earlier, he crashed out the white truck here at this home behind me. Now, the husband was treated at the hospital here in Llano this morning and has been home for most of the day. He is worried sick about his wife, who is still at UMC Brackenridge Hospital in Austin. She was flown there this morning. Her condition has been changing throughout the day. She was in critical condition at one time, but right now we are told she is in fair condition, so doing a little bit better this evening. We will continue following this story since it is still developing and bring you the very latest tonight on KXAN News at 9 and 10. We're live in Llano. Aaron Cargile, KXAN News.
We want to give you another look at that suspect, Edward Adamson, and the stolen car. It's a brand new silver Jeep Compass. You can see the license plate on your screen, the Texas plate number CCZ2353. Want to give you a better look at how close this victim's home was to the crash site. You can see from this map they are almost next door to each other there in Llano. Google Maps says they are less than 0.2 of a mile away from each other. We've also found out the suspect in this home invasion has a lengthy criminal history. Back in 1994, Adamson pleaded guilty to engaging in criminal activity in Kerr County. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison. In 2006, Adamson was convicted yet again, this time for burglarizing a building, stealing property, and violating a court order. And in 2007, Adamson faces more prison time. In that case, he was found guilty of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. He was sentenced to 2 more years.